I was talking to some of my students the other day about the threepenny bit and about a sixpence, and we were looking at some poems. And I must say, I'm very excited about the new coins which are being released, and the owl and the squirrel and the what else? um, the flies or something, I think, and is that a trout on the 50p piece? It's they're very beautiful coins, and I hope that we don't lose the use of coins uh, as the reign of the new king progresses. I think they're there with stamps as something that define our age, and and similarly with stamps, I find letter writing so much more enjoyable than sending emails and certainly receiving letters. And it's so depressing that when the post arrives, it's mostly processed information from the bank, which is out of date or not properly filled in. I got some forms the other day, most of which they'd all been stapled together, and half of them were upside down and back to front. And you think, well, yes, that's the National Health Service. That's the bureaucracy of the National Health Service. And even then, I had this note on the front saying that I had to telephone the hospital to confirm my appointment. And so then there was another hour wasted trying to get through them. I don't understand why we have to go through these telephone calls and the same questions that were in the paperwork on the telephone. This is why we're wasting so much money, because we are duplicating and duplicating pointless bureaucracy, and no one's really paying very much attention to whether it's correct or incorrect. And paperwork which is stapled together and printed upside down and is pointless. It is pointless. And if that's the way we treat bureaucracy, and if that's how we're spending our money, we might as well do everything by telephone and just spend our lives hanging on to the telephone, waiting for somebody at the other end to finally have the patience to answer. But if we don't staff our telephone stations correctly, then this waiting time is going to get longer and longer. And if we don't trust the post, then we have to use the telephones. The system simply isn't working. And in the past, we would have relied on the letter. Why don't we rely on email? We're in a half-life where not a single form of communication is something we can depend on. Not a single form. Now that's sad, isn't it?